Hey, what is up, guys? This is Brad with Despite Fitness, and today I'm going to do a little video and explain how you can get yourself registered for your first meet. Kind of walk you through a little bit of a process and do some screen capture so you can see what you need to do. All right, here we go. So we're basically just talking about the logistics and how you're going to get yourself set up. So one of the first things to do would be to try to find a local meet. So you can go to Google and look for Powerlifting Watch. That's a good website that has some information on there that'll allow you to see kind of what meets are happening within a span of time. So once you're at Powerlifting Watch, you can go here to Meet Search, and it pulls up this little handy dandy tab. So just for kind of simplicity purposes, we're going to select none on Federation and select none on State, and we're just going to look at some stuff that maybe we recognize. So hey, we'll say okay, maybe the APF, AAPF, and then we'll do like a couple others. We'll say IPL, and we'll go for USPA and USAPL. So there's USAPL and USPA. And let's pretend that we live in kind of the southeast. So we'll start picking some states in the southeast. So Alabama, let's see, Arkansas. We have, say, Florida and Georgia, and maybe one more, and Louisiana. All right, and then our start date is going to be, let's say, from tomorrow, Monday the 15th, and we're going to look until, say, April. Kind of the beginning of April, and we'll see what it gets, and we'll apply. All right, so we got these results here, so you can search the powerlifting results, and these are the meets that Powerlifting Watch has kind of on the horizon, so you can take a look at this and make a decision for yourself about which meet might be best for you. So you can see here it has the meet, the date, the federation, the city, and the state in which it is. So you might look and say, if you were a lifter from Florida, for example, you might say, hey, this Georgia State Championship might be very good, and you know it's in February, and that maybe gives you enough time to train, or maybe not. So you can kind of use this tool to figure out when there are meets in the future, and then really what I would advocate is just find a meet. And then, you know, that's kind of off in the distance a little bit, several months, something like in the ballpark of, let's say, 12 to 16 weeks away. And then you can build your training plan backwards according to it. So we have these meets that we're looking at. And then I guess just to kind of continue the example here, let's say we're really into this USPA Alabama State Championship, and we want to check that out. So, of course, if we like the USPA meet, we can go to the website, so USPA, and go to the powerlifting. So for USPA, if you've never been here before, you can kind of check out this, this page, and take a look through it. So member resources, you can also in here, you can look at, now that you're looking at the USPA, you can look at some event calendar and find meets in the future. And get yourself, set up. So in this case, we're going to look at the meet calendar now that we know we're going to be looking at the USPA, and we can look ahead to February. So we'll jump ahead to next month, and we're looking at that Alabama State Championship. So we found it on the calendar. Here it is. So by clicking on it here within USPA, you can see some information about the meet and kind of the long and short of it. But basically, here's the online entry form. So if you are so inclined to get yourself registered for this meet, you could click on this link. It will redirect you into this page here where you can go through and actually begin to get yourself registered. Through USPA, everything's pretty self-explanatory in terms of how to get it done. So this meet gives you some information, location. It tells you, what this meet will qualify you for. It gives you some information for eligibility. If you don't already have a membership, all federations are going to require you to have a membership to that federation. What I'd recommend is go ahead and get yourself registered for the meet if you're interested in it, assuming you aren't already, have a membership with that federation. Register for the meet, and then just before the meet takes place, then purchase your membership. That way you can make sure you get the most bang for your buck, because memberships are only good for 1 year. So register for the meet and then purchase the membership, not the other way around. So then you can look at your divisions and figure out kind of where you fall. Are you open, which is everybody? Are you junior, which is these categories here? These are the junior categories, from basically 13 up until 23. Are you submaster, 35 to 39, master, so on and so forth. And then you can figure out your weight classes as well. These here are enumerated in pounds, not kilos. So you can see 308, for example, which is where I compete. In kilos, that's 140 keys. You get some information about the rules, the schedule. This is all very important information. You want to know what's happening, especially for the early weigh-in and equipment check. You want to make sure that you're there and available for that, so that you can weigh in on time and get your equipment checked out. Very important step. And you get rules briefings. Here's the rules briefings. Rules briefings for the day before, rules briefing for for Sunday. So you want to make sure that you understand when those are taking place, and make yourself available for those, so that you can understand kind of how the meet's going to run. And then you can also see kind of awards and things like that. Here you get information for your entry fee and what it's going to take to enter. You can see your payment done via PayPal. Registration deadline, so no later than February 10th for this particular meet. And then it gives you some information for the meet director. And then obviously you can check out the website. They give you some help with accommodations, or some recommendations, or links rather, to sites where you can work out accommodations. And then here's the part where you go ahead and begin to register. So you'd enter your name, birth date, age, and that's the date of the meet. Your local address, phone number, email, and whether or not you're a current USPA member. And then again, it gives you the opportunity to purchase membership if you haven't already. Again, I recommend you do that right before the meet, and not a long way out. And then you can give yourself some information about, or give the meet director some information about yourself, so that at the meet, while somebody's on the mic, they might be able to call you out, let the audience know this is your first meet, and help everyone rally around you, or, anything that's, kind of important information, or, something that you might want people to know. Gender. And here's where you enumerate your weight class. So, pick your weight class, select your lifting day, and then select your event. So are you going to go full power, for example, or are you doing a deadlift only? And then your class, this is where you figure out, which class you're going to lift in. You have the ability to lift in more than one class, and that's where you do the event 2. So you could do, say, event 1, you do full power, and then event 2, say you do full power raw as well, and then you want to double dip. You want to do the junior class, and you want to do an open class. You can do that. It's just going to cost you a little bit extra money to do so. And as you can see, 85 for the first event, and then 25 extra for the second event. So for a total so far of $110. And basically you just kind of go through, and you take this to its termination, and then it'll take you over to PayPal, where you can register a payment method and pay for your meet entry via PayPal. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's kind of the long and short of it. All right, guys, that's pretty much the video. So hopefully I gave you some information that you can use to kind of get yourself registered for a meet, whatever federation is that you choose. But that'll kind of get you a head start, or at least on the right path. If you have any questions, leave them below, and I'd love to respond, or be able to help you in any way that I can. I'll also leave the links for Powerlifting Watch and for USPA in the links below. If you like the video, like, share, comment, and hook me up with the subscribe. I appreciate that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. The one thing I do want to say kind of before I close this out is, if you are looking at doing your first meet, or you haven't done one yet, there is no point at which you'll be ready. So if it's something that you're interested in, I recommend just picking a date on the calendar and throw yourself in the mix. It'll be a great experience. You'll be glad that you did it, and more than likely, you'll be hooked for life, if not for for a very, very long time. But yeah, there's no point at which you're ready. You just gotta get out there and get after it. So do that. Anyway, guys, that's it. And I appreciate you checking out the video. Any comments, leave them below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.